as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the New Orleans Saints. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Matthews firing quickly here, and that's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. First Thursday night game. You think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? It's a freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
From the gun on 3rd down. Matthews. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 yards. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs. Well, they kept it simple there, CD. Only needed the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning the ball. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Ready. Now one straight ahead with Warren. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
That's good.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now a first carry for your fullback. The fullback give him 3 on first down. They'll set up a 2nd and 7. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game over and not give them any reason to get out the tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
When you look at this Saints defense, they come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And this pass broken up. Contact, no time there, and now 4th down. And that hits the crossbar and comes back no good.
The score
and by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
Let's go.
On the ground, here's the 4th round pick for Naples drive. 2 yards on the pickup. There's going to be second and 8.
6-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost getting into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make a difference with it.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown. New Orleans. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Now the extra point after. As the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone where they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their side, they think to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one for that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicking. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told the offensive guys, could be a little bit closer this time. Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Matthews. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not easy to hold on to.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the end there. And the game pays off. They get the first.
Take over first
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call it a play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
When you look at the Saints defense, this crew against the pass issues at times, ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
They're the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you have to say that they've underachieved.
Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's one. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
What a drive this has been. Just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet. As they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Ready?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. Matthews. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll give 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him with that blitz on 1st down, but give them credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And not liking the look, they'll change the play. 2nd and 5. To the goal line but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Off play action. Matthews. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he will quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impulsive drive to reach the end zone.
He was brought down.
I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays. They also found the end zone. Now they've got to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Panther 60.
7-7, our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Here we go. Shot. Bronco 80. Hey,
From the gun on 3rd down. Clean. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Cowboy 80.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
16 more yards. That's another Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's in the double coverage and intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 15.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd down and inches. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
That's good.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Ready. Ready.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. From the 46, here's second down in the yard.
Ready.
Back to throw. Matthews will get this underneath to Montgomery. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of 35 at the 36. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him in the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
St. Brown in motion right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Open man right side, St. Brown.
Matthews pass.
The result only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll bring in second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. Check the Eagles. Back to 60.
Looking to throw. Matthews. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up third and
The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he will have the first defense brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
a gain of 6.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Lions first down. It's a gain of 6.
Come on.
And the
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed it, incomplete.
David Montgomery.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing the shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
St. Brown in motion right.
Go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this one too low.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have them looking at third and 10.
County Lions. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. For the right, and that's complete. That was just going to be short here. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a ghost situation here on 4th and inches.
Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
On 4th down, Matthews. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Warren will try the right side. And he will flip his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jalen Warren, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots and going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
His kick is good.
Extra point spins the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. We hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them for the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Buffalo 18. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Lions pressure. He's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Waiting in now to punt as he sends this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 down on the return.
1st and 10.
And the Lions will take over.
The 42-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. That's their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here's Ryan right now. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
The Saints
will take over with a 1st down and 10.
26-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Come on.
And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in the field goal range. And this will be incomplete. Physical play in a football, and 2nd down.
incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Crack all 80. Ready.
Back to throw. Queen. Crossing route catch made by Johnson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts.
It's a gain of 4.
As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Ready.
3rd down and 6.
60 Maverick. 60. Here we go. Set. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Queen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. It's a 45-yard punt. They might have a return. And controlling the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Pioneer. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
They go play action here on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime.
For the extra point.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Lions 21. Saints 7.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. By no means, certainly, are they out of this contest. 2-score game starting the 3rd quarter. You feel like if they don't get points and then they get points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things down a little bit.
Intended for
Passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
70 Timber.
Back to throw. Queen. And this one is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be 47 yards taken with a net 40 following and a 7-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Go! Go!
That'll be caught by Sam Brown. And he'll be tackled right over the chalk at 45. Right off the bat, It's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's good.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter,
First down.
they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off. And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Showed that brute strength, but will still be stopped short of midfield. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They did get a little gain on this play, but a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll look to throw again. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. They'll call that a 33-yard play with no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
At their own 14-yard
Getting
line.
set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, if you're a fan of punting, I know that not many people are this game turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This is turning into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Here we go, set. 60 back.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got a man wide open, complete. Past the 35 before he's taken down.
22 yards.
Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, come on.
11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
That's another Saints 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Viking 18.
Looking to throw. Queen. This complete to Shaheed. And he is brought down before reaching the 30. 23 yards, the final 10.
More yards.
Couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's a handoff to Brooks running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jonathan Brooks, 30 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. 14. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Ready.
Running left, it's Warren. Oh, some strong running. Touchdown! Detroit! Jalen Warren, his second touchdown of the night. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The kicker
I know I
on
should keep
for
the focus and the
extra point.
spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown runs.
14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Breaks through the contact. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of the defense that much, every play call you have, run or pass, is another 14-yard.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. Also let you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
At the 37-yard line.
19, Tiger, 9.
Back to throw. Queen. Was brought to the goal by Brooks. Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
10 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
70, Timberwolves. Warriors, 70. Ready.
Looking to throw. Queen. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he goes down now before getting us inside the 25. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
First down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's got full down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brought
You
down
know,
at
really
the
fires up
18-yard
offensive
line.
linemen.
A
When
gain
the
of
guy that
5
is carrying the
brings
ball
up
behind him
2nd and
can
5.
create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready, right?
Back to throw. Queen. And his throw is incomplete.
Didn't just deny a big throw there. He put that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Ready. Ready.
Looking to throw. Queen. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
On 4th down. Queen. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Get it.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for
That was a
Rashid
touchdown if he
Shaheed.
could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to
Leads
draw that one
2nd
free.
and goal.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Ready, ready. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let go.
Operating from the gun. Queen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Out of the coverage, we just saw him break out on 3rd down. Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Back to throw. Queen. Rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15.
And the Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday night prime time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's operating about the 16-yard line.
At the 16-yard line.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go to the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about losing yardage. You just want to get him to the promised land for everyone. 100 yards or more in the game.
It's a game of
127 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And for one of the first times all night, he's going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Cowboy 80, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got it, and that's caught. That's sideline. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 18 on the play.
Let's go
and
now.
the Lions, 1st down.
A give to Montgomery out of the game. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point. And this is all you want. Playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Left side, it's complete.
19 more.
They'll get this down to the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Looking to throw. Matthews. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Force the ball free, and it's second down.
Second and goal.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
On the play.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. On fourth down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. Bates' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4.
At the 23-yard line.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Unlock Lions! Unlock Lions! Ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. We'll get back over to the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard gain there following the 30-yard pickup on first down. The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. There's a short one caught by Johnson. Yeah, he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
That's good.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Robinson's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
To Wandale Robinson.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down and 2.
Let's go now.
Up the middle with Brooks here. And he's going to get this one down to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy. And
coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here comes third and about a foot.
Tag! Rocco! Trap 60! Trap 60!
Back to throw. Queen. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down. Maybe right about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
They didn't need much. They didn't get much. But what they did get was enough for a first down.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back to throw now on first down. Open man left side, so he has it. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hey, smash. 70. Hot.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 1.
Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready? 19 shot. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Looking to throw. Queen. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
It's a gain of 8.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about the tight ends in a lot of cases now, pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And we take it in by Shaheed. And he'll be out of bounds and back to a 4-yard shy of the 5.
It's a gain of 20.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Saints. First
I can
down.
put my defensive cap on
First
right
and
now. I
goal
know
at
they're
the
saying don't
6-yard
give up
line.
any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Pump. Here we go. 70 Timberwolves. Viking 18.
Back to throw again. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, dropping them, and became very Everyone, Peyton Manning, through 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now 2nd and 9.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. Go.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
141 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Lions, there will be a few sighs of relief, no doubt, in that locker room as they get their first win in 9 tries. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it's another week, another loss as they fall now to 0-9. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.